So last night, Donald Trump at the White House said that he was looking at February 1st for a 25% tariff on Canada and Mexico. And you've been saying we have a reprieve. I'm just wondering how you square those two things, and how do you interpret what he said last night? The other thing is, I mean, do you see a point at which some sort of forceful action will be necessary? If Donald Trump sees tariffs as a revenue source, it doesn't seem that there's much you can do to assuage him, and he hasn't really been clear at all about what he wants. Do you see at some point at which Canada will have to be much more forceful in its approach?
Well, a couple things. I mean, whether it's a few days or whether it's a few weeks, I don't know, and I don't think anyone knows. And what I do know is that in the executive order on trade, he gave direction to his various ministers to examine all of the trade agreements, including the one with Canada, and bring back a comprehensive report on April the 1st. So that is what's written in the executive order, and so I would hope that we have some reprieve. I think everyone was expecting tariffs day one. That didn't happen. So whether it's a few days or whether it's a few weeks, I think we should make sure that we're using this very well. I am more of the view that we have to find a deal from a diplomatic point of view, and I don't know that this particular administration and this particular president responds well to threats, especially empty threats. If he wants more energy security, then you should be talking about how you can provide energy security, not making the conversation about energy security undermined. So that's why I've taken a bit of a different approach. We've been wanting to double our oil and gas production. We want to double the amount of pipeline space. I think that there's a constructive conversation to have there. I think BC has a constructive conversation to have about germanium, which is one of the critical minerals that has been identified by China that they will no longer export to the United States, essential in defense applications. I think Scott Moe in Saskatchewan has a great case to make about uranium. They already provide 20% of the world's uranium, and America is relying on Kazakhstan and Russia for a portion of their supply. And you can go through each province and each territory, and each of us has a value proposition that I think syncs up with America's aspiration to be energy dominant on both the traditional forms of energy as well as critical minerals. So I think we have a position of strength going in, and I think we should be confident going in from that position of strength. To be able to provide a North American context. So I may take a bit of a different approach from my counterparts, but I think it's going to be the successful one.